Hello, this is another Board Deck and Dice First Play. We're still at Tabletop Live with this lad. Sorry about that. And we're playing Manhattan Project, the first one, so an older game. Worker placement where your workers are these kind of chunky cardboard guys, which is quite cool because they are, you have scientists, engineers and contractors or jobbers, I don't know. You're kind of building up your own buildings to use, but if someone's got a really good building, you can always do espionage and use theirs, which is quite cool. Bit different to some worker placements because you place one on the main board, and then you place as many as you want on your player board, but you are going to have to retrieve them at some point.
Yeah.
The whole aim of it, and really the only way to score points, is via bombs. I can't see any other ways of scoring points at the minute. You get bombs, you can load them for more money, more points, and with the plutonium ones, you can test them first. It's all very simple, I think.
Yeah.
And the graphic design is really clear, like super clear. So I feel like this is going to be fairly quick as well, although it's a big point thing for 2 players, isn't it?
Yeah, 70.
And despite
the plutonium bombs are 20.
Yes, that is true.
So it could be a few of them.
And it is worker placement, but it does feel that little bit different because you have to think, is it worth getting another worker now? Is it worth spamming 3 of the general ones just to do all my building stuff over and over again? So I'm feeling quite enamoured to it already. It feels like it's got a charm. I just guess by the end it'll be whether it's got the depth to go up against the worker placement games that we quite like.
Yeah.
I've got a fair few in my collection. Chris likes them as well, doesn't he?
Yeah. It feels like it's going to be a bit slow before we start, or it was going to take a while to start building stuff because you need like 2 scientists. You need these, and it takes a while
to use those. Yeah, you can build them now.
Yeah, but it takes a while to, and feels like it's going to take a while to get.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I'm thinking in terms of understanding it, it's one that could be quite gateway in a way. But yeah, we'll come back at the end. We'll try and remember this time. And hopefully I will end Mark's recent winning spell.
Yeah.
Or beating me spell, anyway. Yeah. The monkey is well and truly off my back. And by monkey, I mean Mark.
Yeah.
And by off my back, I mean losing streak. 82 to
25.
I think I just clicked with the need to get bombs out quite rapidly once you started doing it. I got the 6-point bonus straight away, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I ditched a real cheap one for that. I mean, it was worth 13 points. I didn't realise some were coming out that were worth 32 and 34. That might have changed the way I played. I like this. This is clever because what this does, I thought, why did you get the bribe? Because at certain points money goes in here and you get that money if you take the cheapest building. And that's quite clever because there was buildings there that we didn't want, basically. And then when that got up to high enough, I was like, no, I'm having that. That's more money than I can get elsewhere at the minute. I also probably took more buildings. I think I had a bit more synergy because I was going, right, I'll get some extra engineers, then I'll slap an engineer in there, take some money, I'll get some fighters, get some bombers.
That a lot more than I did.
Yes, that gets you. I very quickly got up to all my permanent workers, and then that one is just great, isn't it? You get 3, and then you can, if you've got lots of question mark ones, you can slap them in. But yeah, I had engineers. I had a good mix of what needed different things, I guess. And you got fighters and bombers early on in the game, but it kind of almost didn't matter to me too much then because I wasn't going bomb heavy.
Yeah.
And you took out my reactor and my enrichment plant, didn't you? So when you first attacked me, I just attacked you enough so that you'd want to repair, and then use the cheaper repair.
Yeah.
Because when you repair, other people can repair. Potentially it's more expensive, but I only had 1 damage, so I made sure I damaged you more, and that seemed worth it to me. But then late in the game, I was like, not only and I know I'm going to get to the bombs first, but I've got so many bombers. I mean, I was getting 3 and 3 money there, and I was also getting 3 engineers there. So instantly, I was feeding my engineers into there. Could get even more if I wanted, but generally got money so I could buy better cards. And then I was just able to slam your
Yeah.
bomb fuel production factories and also your plane factory.
Yeah.
That was a ridiculous card to get early. I mean, if I had been
Yeah.
you, I'd have tried to get a card that got me something like that, got me
Yeah.
like that. That would have been really good for you. Just slap them into engineers, quickly make some planes,
Yeah.
and then I'm always under that threat of planes. But I'm not used to it being that aggressive in a worker placement.
Yeah, it was quite aggressive. Yeah.
That whole bombing each other is really aggressive, and yeah, actually,
I just wasn't very efficient. Like I had
Yeah.
3 cards to get yellow cake, and I mean that one came out later, but I
Yes.
shouldn't have.
Well, I was
shouldn't have
thinking that. I was thinking, you know, gosh, maybe I'll just put it over the top of it. But then I was thinking there might be some times when that's actually really useful to have 3 if you're spamming getting extra workers.
Yeah.
You know, like bam, 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 I'll get loads of yellow cake this turn. Then I'll make plutonium there, uranium here. And again, it would have been completely different had the uranium factories. They come out quite the mid-game.
Yeah.
If they'd have come out early, well, you know, you'd have been like totally focused on getting that, wouldn't you? Like, I was probably a go away from buying the second uranium factory, which I think would have slowed you down even more. But
Yeah.
I was like, so yeah, talking about player engagement, there is quite a lot actually for a worker placement, other than just the blocking. In fact, the blocking felt kind of fairly minor because it was like, you know, they're going to have to retrieve sooner or later.
Well, the blocking didn't feel that bad because you can only place 1 here ago,
Yeah.
and then the
Yeah,
rest
yeah.
you placed here, which we couldn't do
Yes.
because of the
Yeah.
espionage thing. So
Yeah.
the blocking didn't really seem to come into it much because we weren't placing any on.
Yeah.
on
I
there.
stay, I guess, in a bigger game, it goes up to 5.
Yeah.
That's going to be more
Yeah.
competitive. But yeah, the espionage is going to be more important then. But I kept a keen eye on espionage because I was like, if you start bombing me really badly, I'm just going to go and block your factories with my workers.
Yeah.
But I didn't have to do that. No, that's made a good impression actually. Not a bad table size either.
Yeah.
And I think for this to play well at 2-player, I would play it at 2-player again definitely, but I'm excited to play it at 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about 5. 5 always makes me nervous in these games, but definitely 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the Manhattan Project. It hasn't bumped off Champions Midgard or Viticulture on the first one, but it feels sufficiently different to me
Yeah.
that for now it's going to be a keeper for sure, and relatively cheap as well. And I might even look at the second one now. So thanks very much for watching Board Deck and Dice, and we're going to go to bed. Not together, there's 2 beds.
Yeah.
Proof.